What's up, everybody? I want to speak to poor white people. You guys come up to the front. I need to speak to you for a second. If you're a poor white person and voting for Trump, I really want to understand why. You don't owe anything to me. I'm just trying to understand the mindset of someone who would vote against their own best interest. Now, I have an assumption as to why you're doing it, but let me paint a picture real quick and tell me logically, why would you vote for somebody that believes in doing negative things to you? It just doesn't make sense. But let's just deal with it right here. I want you guys to understand that Donald Trump was born wealthy. He never will understand you, never has understood you, none whatsoever. That you are the type of people that he doesn't pay, that he asks you to do your best work, and once you deliver it, he literally tells you, you could have done better. Here's 1/4 of the fee that you asked for. He's the one that has allowed your businesses to fail because he didn't pay, where you went out and bought all the product, extended yourself, got loans as you knew the fee in which you charged would cover all that. And he literally gave you little to nothing, if nothing at all, saying that you didn't do the job well and didn't pay you a dime. And knowing that you're broke, you couldn't take him to court and fight as long as he could. So you would settle for pennies on the dollar. That's the man that you guys want to vote for. He does not have your best interest, poor white people. But then I realized you guys don't care about that for some reason, because you're still deciding to vote for him. Then I realized another thing. You guys get mad at immigrants because he keeps feeding you that red meat, and people of color. So the things that motivate you are not the things that are economically better for your life. It's about what's economically destructive for people who don't look like you. Now, let me prove my point real quick. When businesses in this country move to brown countries, let's say, or to Asian countries for cheaper ways to make their product, they fire you poor white people and take your job overseas. Now, if you were a person that was worried about your own economics, which I'm pretty sure you are, then you would be mad at the people who did this to you, correct? But you're not. You're mad at the immigrant that received the job. You're mad at the people of color that received the job. You're not mad at the white people who took your job. Yeah, it was a white business owner, along with your state and local government, along with the federal government, that made the decisions that these businesses can go overseas without penalty and sell products back to America and still make a profit. They all made that decision. And all of them are middle class, wealthy, mostly white men. And you don't have a problem with middle class, wealthy white men doing that to you, seeing as how they owned the business in which your job disappeared from and went overseas. No, you're not mad at the white men who did it to you. You look up to them. You want to be them. You're mad at the people they decide to pay less for your job and fire you. It wasn't one brown person that fired you from your job. It wasn't one brown person that took your industry out of your community so that your community starts falling the fuck apart. It wasn't one person of color that did that to you. It was rich white men, majorly. And you're ready to vote for a rich white man who has done this. Yeah. If you haven't made your mind up about Donald Trump by now, and you always claim that you aren't racist, please explain why you would go against your own self-interest and only speak of immigration and people of color taking your jobs, and not of white people, rich white people, taking your job and giving it to them. Because to me, it sounds like neither one of you two have power. Y'all should be getting together and working out some kind of union. Immigrants and people of color and poor white people should be working some kind of union so that they can't fuck both of y'all. But you're mad at the immigrant and the people who are getting paid lesser to do the same job as you, and not pissed off at the people who are making the profit by taking your paycheck and giving it to someone else. Now tell me you're not racist, poor white people, because what else would make you fuck yourself and blame others who are also getting fucked, and not point the finger at people who look like you but don't have your best interest at heart? I'll wait for that answer, because mine is you're racist. Do you have another reason why? Because it doesn't make sense to go against your own self-interest, and nobody can figure it out. But we know something's wrong, and you got the answer to it. So speak up. We'll wait. But here's the thing. You guys have been poor and left behind for hundreds of years. You haven't spoken up yet. I don't think you're going to speak up because you're too afraid to tell rich white people what you really feel. You'd rather join in with them and hate on other people because that makes you feel powerful, a part of the group. Similar to what Donald Trump does to these dictators. He wants to feel powerful, so he kisses their ass and doesn't realize they're trying to fuck him. I speak facts. Straight facts, no chaser. Fuck your feelings.